Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Thursday, December 19th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 51 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods it is currently 40 degrees with a high of 45 and a low of 36. Not too bad. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles, and laughs, pretty pictures, and the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact, which I know a majority of you do. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who come in, my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. So we've got two projects that I'm working on tonight. The first one is our elderly lady. I'm teaching you how to do wrinkles. Been having a lot of fun doing this with you. I think it's turning out beautifully. I hope you're enjoying this as well. The second project I'm working on tonight is Beauty and the Beast. And this is from Disney Dreams Collection, Thomas Kincaid. It's the Princess book. You can see that we're making good progress on it. And again, I always remind you, this is oil painting. You will never have you'll never have a colored page that looks exactly like the oil picture. So I think this is coming along great. Obviously, it's with colored pencil. And really, we don't have too much more to do in this. So we're probably we may not finish it tonight, but for sure, tomorrow night. All right. So let me set my book off to the side here. Let's see how everybody's doing today. Mamie, hello. Carmen. Hello, Thomas. Miss Lori, how are you doing? Maggie, welcome. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday to one and all. Maggie likes to sing her way into the room. Lori, Angie, hi Angie. Janie, hello. All right. Let me roll this back a little bit. So guys, tell me, how's your day been going? Win, lose, or draw? And while you're coming up with that answer, just a reminder, please share this broadcast. I ask you to do it now because while we're live, if somebody clicks on the link on Facebook, they can come in during the broadcast. Please also be sure to hit that like button. Unless, of course, you want to wait till the end of the broadcast, that's fine as well. Hello, Sherry. Angie says, Win, I'm back from helping a friend. That's always a good thing. So guys, win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw. It's been a quiet day. Maggie says draw. Carmen, draw. How about the rest of you? All right. So let's start on our aging woman here, our older woman. Sherry, you're saying Win got some Christmas shopping done. Janie says Win off for the 3-day weekend. Ooh. Janie, how are things in New Zealand? All right, get your paper towel. Get your scratch paper to work your pencils. Thomas, I think I missed you earlier. Thomas, draw. Has been a quiet day. All right. Oh, Janie, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Confusing you with someone else. Thank you for the reminder. Okay. Now, I've been working my way up the face with the darker pencil of the 3 colors. the light, the medium, and the dark. I showed you last night how to put on some little patches of age spots. Well, Janie, who knows? Sometime you might want to go to New Zealand. And we also did the eyes and the lips. Okay. So let me continue up the nose. And what I'm doing now is I'm using the darker color and I'm blending and merging in our wrinkles. The weather's probably warmer. What are the temperatures in Pennsylvania, Janie? It's 40 degrees here right now. Okay, now. Be sure to get that looking nice and soft. What I'm doing is I'm taking my darker pencil and I'm coloring outside of, in other words, on either side of that darker line. 33 degrees in Pennsylvania. Okay. Now, don't forget to turn your pencil. Who's coloring this with me tonight? Now, notice how I'm blending our wrinkles. And again, that's just a matter of taking our same color and working it around on either side, plus our finger blending. Now, we've got some horizontal lines here as well, some little patches. Oh, Janie, that sounds good. I made some homemade vegetable soup for dinner for the next few days. All right. Now I'm just working on these wrinkles with a combination of highlighting the ones that I want and blending them in. And then I'm going to work up this left-hand side. And this is where we've got it just a little bit darker, and that is showing what? Our depth and making the head look rounder. Who's coloring this with me tonight? Now, the coloring that we're doing now is just putting in our details. Move this here. So that we can start to bring this picture to life. Now, before I continue up the face, I need to touch up a little bit in my eye here. We've got our tear duct. Janie, you're doing a young girl grayscale you found on Facebook, practicing before I do the grandma picture. Well, Janie, you really don't have to practice per se, just follow along with what I'm showing you. So I'm just bringing in a little bit darker now around this eye. And I'm adding the wrinkles or highlighting the wrinkles so that our eye looks older. Okay. Now I'm on the right eye still. Notice how I'm adding our shading underneath the skin that's right next to the eye, and that's creating a little bit of a bag. And then I'm going to come back with my medium and I'm very lightly going to add the flesh tone to that skin right underneath the eye. So we have our lighter area right next to the eye, and then directly under that we make it a little darker, and that's what creates the bag. Lighter color. And then the darker color in between. Isn't that beautiful? And we'll finger blend that. Let's get the eye back on camera. Okay. Now, I want you to notice that above the eyes, we have that bone, the socket bone. And this area right here is going to be lighter, right? That's where the bone is. So I'm going to take my darker color and I'm going to skim over the top right next to the eye. And that's going to darken that in a little bit. Okay, Angie, thank you. And then I'm going to go above that area. See, so this is where my lighter area is. I'm going to go above that area. And we'll gently shade that in as well. And I want you to notice that the previous colors that you put in these area in this area don't disappear. That's the neat thing about colored pencil. So notice now how this area here is lighter than our area up just directly above it. And it's lighter than the area below it. And that gives your eyes the impression that they're sunken in a little bit more. Any questions about that? Isn't that beautiful? Hello, Linda. The three amigos. Uno, dos, tres, Linda, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. And Wally. All right. Let me pull out so you can see the full effect. See how you can see the lighter part above? You know, when you look at a skeleton, you see that bone around the eye? That's what we're coloring in. Same over here. Any questions? Who's coloring this with me tonight? Now, notice how this whole face is blooming. Do you see it? You can tell where I haven't detailed in. So I haven't detailed in over here. I have obviously around the eyes, the nose, and the lips. And then I'm using a very light shading of my pencil on the forehead. And what we need to do is we need to connect this darker area at the top with the lighter area of the forehead. And we do that with blending. And notice that I'm using the side of the pencil. Okay. Finger blend. Now I'm just working on that border here between the darker area up here and my lighter area right on the forehead here. And of course it helps if I always stay in frame. So who's coloring this with me tonight? Now, if you feel that you've shaded a little too much on the forehead, which I do, come back with your ivory and reestablish that area. It's the Faber-Castell 103. It's one of my fav pencils. So I'm using it as a combination blending pencil and lighting in that area with finger blend. Now, if you're not coloring this with me tonight, what are you coloring? I'm using my ivory over the eyes. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to put a little bit of ivory on the eyeball. I want to lighten that just a tad. And let's do the same on the other one. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So again, let's take a peek at this full face. Guys, what are you coloring tonight? Now, you can tell that I haven't detailed this entire area here. So now I'm going to bring this down. Lori, you're working on Teresa Goodrich Home for the Holidays. All right. Now, this is my darkest flush. And I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow right next to where the hair is. Now, just because it's white hair doesn't mean that it isn't going to cast a little bit of a shadow. So I'm using my darkest flesh tone to do that. Isn't that beautiful? Now again, just because it's white hair doesn't mean that it isn't going to cast that shadow. If this were black hair, you'd be adding that, right? And then, now you can see a gap right here where I haven't really detailed the face. And this is where we can add our shading and shadowing to create that dimensional effect. For example, you should be able to see this little loop here for the wrinkle. I'm just going to highlight that. And notice in between the hair strands here, we're going to shade that a little bit darker. Finger blend. All right, let me pull out. Now, these lines here, we had previously colored those when we started this project. And I'm going to go over those lines and soften them. Still visible, but now I'm just blending in the flesh and the face. All right. Now I'm working in between the hair strands around the ear, obviously. Isn't that beautiful? All right, I'm gonna pull up here. Now you can see the area here. This is our chin line. And the wrinkles are created by what? Excess skin. So notice how I'm emphasizing the wrinkles. Now, here's this area that I was talking about yesterday where the skin overlaps itself on the throat. So this is the area that we want a little bit darker. And the minute that we do that, it really creates that dimension. So basically what we've done on this entire piece, let me pull out, we did the initial light, medium, and dark with our 3 pencils, our flesh pencils, and then I'm coming back with the dark color and detailing in all the cracks and crevices. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Okay, Angie, thank you. Now let's work around this cheek area. I'm going to blend this neck area with paper towel. And now I'm going to detail around the cheek. Now our cheek can have wrinkles as well. It's a little bit smoother than the rest of the face. so we don't have as many lines on it as we do the rest. Don't forget to turn your pencil when you do that lift on it. Now, you can see on this cheek, on this front portion of it, it's a little bit lighter than the back portion. And look how pretty that is. All right. Nose area. A little more definition with our darkest color. Now, I want you to notice that down this nose, on this left-hand side, we've got this light area here. See it? The light for this is coming from her right, our left. So that's why we have the light areas that we do. Make sure that you understand that. So I'm going to come in with my Faber-Castell 103, my ivory. And I'm just going to lighten the front of the nose and the tip. Okay. And you can see on your monitors, you can definitely see these light areas. Okay, let me pull out. What do you think so far? Yeah, and that exactly, Sherry, that's it. It's a glow. And if you look at this piece from a distance, which is what you're doing now, you can see that glow is under this eye, right? right next to the nose and the mouth, it's an oval that's about this size right here. See it? And again, guys, this isn't hard. Follow your roadmap. Okay, I'm going to use my ivory here just to highlight a few more spots. And again, you can see that whole oval of glow on her. Now, I want you to also notice that even though our chin is within this glow area, the right-hand side of this chin, our left, is a little bit darker than this area over here. Isn't that beautiful? And again, guys, not hard. Okay. Let's work on the hand. Now, you can obviously see the lighter area right here to our left, darker area over here. So, my cinnamon Faber-Castell 189. Now that we already have our light, medium, and dark colors in place, now I'm coming in to detail it. Check it out. Now, we have this area right here. My Linda, so glad to see you. We have this area here that's a little bit darker than over here. So I'm going to go over it with my cinnamon pencil, my detailing pencil. And we're going to make that whole area darker. Finger blend. I'm going to go out. Go on. Out. Oh, yeah. It is a slow chat day. Everybody's quiet today. Sherry says phone dying, so I must leave. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, Sherry. Yeah, right before Christmas, people are busy. You're right. Okay. Let me pull out. Paper towel. All right. My Linda, tell us something fun. Now notice how I'm emphasizing the darker part of the hand. And that's our area that's going to be right next to the chin. And then over this darker area right here, I'm also going to use my darkest flesh tone. Same down here in our dark area. Now this is an area that I had put some Payne's Gray on. So down now to work it up a little bit darker. And then toning it with my skin color. Good night, Angie. So, my Linda, your boss gave us the Christmas holiday a day early, so we are off till January 2nd. Oh. So when does your Christmas holiday start? So what, December 23rd until January 2nd? Or I meant December 23rd. It would have started, at the end of the day, tomorrow. Wow, you've got that full week off, basically. So, my Linda, with this weekend, you think it's 10 days. Wow. You've got a really nice boss, I'll tell you. Okay, I'm just blending up on the face a little bit more. I want to lighten this cheek area. Okay, back down on our hand. So you already have a generous board of directors and boss. The extra day is amazing. Yeah, I'm talking about the week that you guys basically get the week off before Christmas. Yeah, I know you work in a nonprofit. My Linda, how long have you been there? Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my medium color. And I'm using the flat side of the pencil. And notice how I'm blending the kajibers out of this. "32 years. Wow. That in itself is impressive. Okay, blending with paper towel. My Linda, I'm so happy for you that you found that career at a place that is stable. Okay, I'm using my ivory to smooth out this hand area. This sounds like it's a blessing for you. Okay, now I'm going to come back in with my dark flesh. And we're going to work on some wrinkles that are in the back of the hand. Let me pull out and go back in again to make sure that's nice and sharp. So tell me, my Linda, have you outlasted some of the board members? Well, praise God that you've got a good board to work for. Yes, I am retired. Okay, let's blend this in. That's why, my Linda, I have so much time to devote to this channel. I suppose you'd call me... Oh, lost my train of thought. Well, I've got 2 degrees in civil engineering. I have a master's degree in adult education. So I've had engineering jobs. I've had teaching jobs. Just a variety. Oh, that's why I'm struggling for words. This is work like a labor of love. Yeah, you're talking about your job, right? Your job with that nonprofit is like a labor of love. Oh, me. Well, that's right. I do teach and take care of you guys. Yep. Okay, check out how we've got this hand colored now. Now I'm going to pull out, and we'll go ahead and blend again over this entire thing. Yeah, my social security is what makes it possible for me to do this program. Okay, there's where we are so far. Now, guys, I've left it open. Okay, Mamie, thank you. I've left it open to what color you guys want me to make her um, shawl. Hi, Carmen. Oh, my critter sent you off with a little map. Enjoy yourself. Turquoise. Okay, I'm going to put you on mute for a second. Got to use a tissue. Be right back. Okay, I am back. My Linda, what is that you've heard? All right, let me get a fresh paper towel as well. You guys need to think about a shawl color. Oh, Janie asked about the government shutdown being possible. Oh, I missed that comment. I didn't even see that. Sorry, Janie. That's weird. I didn't see that comment at all. Now, Maggie is thinking blues, probably because of the eye color. We can do a little bit of the blues with green. Now, obviously, I haven't done the hair yet. All right, let's play around with some of the blues. There's a beautiful sea blue. Then we can catch a darker blue, which will pick up the eyes. Oh, hello, Luba. Luba dooba doo. So glad to see you. Luba dooba doo. So glad to greet you. Luba dooba doo. I'm glad you're here tonight. There's a really pretty turquoise. There we go. Luba, I'm so sorry to hear about the loss of your mom on Wednesday. Blessings of peace to you and your family. And I'm glad to hear that you were with your mom when she passed. Luba, I'm glad you're going to print this out and color it. Do I have a color that's more like sea foam? Is that the color we're talking about? All right. I'm going to swap these two colors then. So these will be the three colors right here. Luba, I can't wait to see what you do with this particular piece. Okay, so there are the three colors. All right. So I'm going to start with the dark. Now I need to change over to Beauty and the Beast in a little bit. But I'm going to start with the dark here. Luba, I'm just glad for you that you were able to be with your mom. Oh, you'll try to do as good as me, even if I just start. Oh, Luba, don't compare yourself to me. You know I admire your work. All right. So this is just my dark. And I'm going to work the dark over here by the hair. My Linda, yes, I'm going to be coloring the holes. Now, there's some areas in here that are more solid. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now just be careful. Okay, Maggie, thank you. In between the hair. All right, so here's our dark. Okay, Maggie, thank you. Then our holes are going to switch over to being lighter. So here's our medium. And actually I'm going to jump down here with my medium. Angela, glad you could stop by. And then I'm going to come in with the light. Let there be light. And notice that I'm using the light more as a blending tool. So the time that we need to do the individual holes is basically for our darkest color. And that way it'll maintain the blanket look of this blanket. Oh, Maggie, no sound. Okay. Okay. Now, back with our medium towards the top. Mixed in with a little bit of our light. Now, this thing is going to look wonky until we get more of this in. I'm going to go through and hit my light areas. So all these little speckles here. Okay, Maggie, thank you. Linda, are you on Wally's phone again? Okay. Paper towel blend. Isn't that pretty? Now, like I said, before we get all our colors done, it's going to look a little wonky. And now I'm going to use my dark and that'll be in our holes here. Now, you'd think it would take a long time. It doesn't. Oh, Linda, yours is working now? Okay. That is so bizarre. Don't get overly fussy with the holes that you put in this. Okay. Then I'm going to pop in my medium because see, we've got our light in here. Check it out. Any questions? Blossom. There you are. Oh man, that's pretty. Now, again, be careful of the hair. All right. Let me pull out so you can see how this is coming together. So what do you think? Are there any barriers to you regarding coloring in this sweater or blanket? Now, the trick to this blanket is going to be your blending. And don't forget to frequently move around your paper towel. Blend the you know what out of it. My Linda, hopefully this is the blue that you had in mind. All right. Let me pull out. My Linda, is it a little darker than what you wanted? Okay. Oh, you wanted turquoise at first. Okay. JD, you said, my husband said my young girl, what? Isn't she beautiful? Okay, Beauty and the Beast. I worked on the dress last night. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of pink on the dress. I love the stars blossom. I'm going to take a little bit of pink and color over the gold, the yellow. I love this color combination. It's going to create like a salmon color. Now, the artist who drew this dress didn't leave us much detail. Now I'm going to put a little bit of gray along the bottom here. And that gray is actually going to translate into the tiles. But let me finish what I'm doing on the dress and then I'll continue with the tiles. Now I'm going to emphasize the flowers a little more with my pink. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now we need to add a little more detail to the top of the dress. And I'm going to use that, my gray, because if you look at the original, that's pretty dark. Okay, much better. All right, now I'm happy. Now, taking that same gray, I'm going to start working the tiles. Around her dress. Now, we have a little tricky part here. The tiles actually are reflecting a little bit of her dress. And it's so subtle, you can miss it. Let me show you the original. If you look at the base of her dress, see how it's a little bit lighter right here. So, I'm going to come in with a little bit of my beige. And we'll add that reflection. Blossom, you can see that reflection? It is so light, it's easy to miss in the original. Oh, gonna sneeze. Hold on. Yahoo! Woohoo! That was a good one. Okay, then I'm going to come back with my darker gray. I'm telling you, somebody came in here just now and made me sneeze because of their perfume. Now, I'm very, very lightly going to color over that reflection with my gray. Isn't that cool? Check it out how coloring over that gives us our reflection that we want. Now, don't forget to turn your pencil while you're doing this. My apologies for slipping off camera. Now, according to the original, there's another area right off the knee of Beast that is a reflection from something. Not sure what it is, but I'm going to add this. And I'm also going to add a little yellow to that. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to our reflection of the dress. There you go. All right. And I'm going to take that gray right up between his legs. Any questions so far? Do you see any barriers to you coloring this piece yourself? All right. Blossom, yes. I did put a little bit of glitter on his pants. Okay. Now, we've got some pink flowers here. Let me pull out. So we're going to have to reflect those a little bit. This is a very bright floor, shiny. And then we're going to come back in with our gray. I'm going to very lightly go over that pink. Yeah, I'm going to stop there for the moment. Let me get around this candle flame with my gray. Any questions at all, guys? All right, let me pull out. Now we're going to add a touch of green. Yes, Blossom, that's correct. So basically with reflections, you just have to make sure to go lightly, which you should be doing anyway when you start out an area, and then blur it. Now, when you put your other colors around here, like the green right now is blending in my colors. In other words, any color that you add now on top of this tile floor becomes your blender. Okay. That's right, Blossom. We're blending with subsequent colors. And that's what's going to make this look really cool. It's always better to blend with a pencil color than it is to blend with a blender pencil. Now I'm going to add a little bit of black by his tail. Because we need to reflect the tail. And we'll put a little more dark area by his foot, not too much. Now, I'm going to pop over to this little footstool. But before I do that, let's see. Okay, Blossom. Before I do that, I'm going to add a little bit of purple to the gray. And as you should recall, when you add purple to an image, that indicates a darkness. It could indicate a sky. I'll explain this to Blossom when she comes back. It's just a very subtle color addition. Now, most people will color with just the gray. But by adding the purple, we're bringing up a really unique color for the tiles. Isn't that beautiful? Oop, drop my paper towel. Hold on. Hopefully Blossom will let me know when she's back so I can explain this to her. Isn't that beautiful? I really hope you can see this on the tiles. Oh, you toasted your sweater in the dryer. That's a good idea. Blossom, what you missed while you were gone is I've taken a medium purple and I'm blending over the gray with that purple. It's this color right here. And what it does, it gives a really nice, gosh, how do I want to describe this? It gives a really nice sheen to it. All right. And not only does it give a nice sheen to it, but wherever I put this gray now, it works as a beautiful blender. And I'm going to even blend over that pink with my purple. Boy, you guys are getting a lot tonight, aren't you? Okay, now, before I continue with the tiles, I want to get this little whatever it is. Whoop. Right here. Is this the name character? Does anybody know? Oh, Blossom, thank you. For those of you that know Beauty and the Beast, is this a character? Hallelujah. Amen, amen. Oh, it was like a little dog? Okay. So it's an unnamed character? Thank you, Maggie. Sultan, Sultan. Can somebody verify that? Yeah, like a little puppy? Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, it is Sultan. Sulton. He was the castle dog. Okay. All right. So we need to add some gold to this. And then we need to do the tail, which again was not detailed. And then we need to gold up our fringe. and the piping here around the bottom. Yeah, the little tassel for the tail is cute. I don't know. I would be afraid that somebody would sit on them. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with a dark brown. So this is the gold that I'm using. This is the brown. And we're going to add the detail now. You pull out and go back in to get this clear. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. I don't know the next line, but it's going to be a bright, bright, sunny day. All right. Oh, chocolate and caramel. All right, now we got to add the little seams. No, the little folds here in the bottom. That's all right. You can hit dessert topics anytime you want. So notice I'm not completely obliterating the gold, the orangey gold. Okay, and then our little quote-unquote tail. Check it out. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of yellow on this strap. And that's going to look more like a gold. We'll put a little more here too. I can see all obstacles in my way. All right. Now, the fabric itself is an orangey red. Ooh, that's a cool color right there. It's a Color 008. Take your time. Isn't that pretty? It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I love this color. What's it? It's actually dark clouds, not days. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with a Payne's Gray. And we're going to shade in a little bit of shadow. All right, and then we've got a little kind of an oval here. So I'm just very lightly going to sketch that in first. And then we'll shade that in. Now, when you're shadowing something like this, you want to obliterate your edges as much as you can. Little bit of a finger blend, and then I'm going to come in with what? Black. Blickety black. And I'm going to shade in our lower area right here. Remember, anytime you can put a duality of color on something, you're ahead of the coloring game. Look how much cooler that looks by adding the darker black right by the tail. Any question? Any question? Da 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 da. Any question? To one and all. Oh, you can always tell when I'm in an exceptionally good mood. Okay. Let's pull this out and take a look. Creak. I'll tell you what, better yet, let me zoom in and then I'll pull out. I'm just using black around the connection where the tail is. Guys, I can't stress enough. Work your details. You've heard me say this since day one. Your piece will be head and shoulders above everybody else's. When you take the time to work your details. Okay. Now let me pull out and you can look at the whole thing. How many of you are more inclined to do a Disney picture like this because I'm showing you the steps? You guys have got to get over your fear of doing these. Like I said, these are great training books. All right. So I'm going to do one more little thing here. So around the outside of the beast and a little bit behind Beauty, we have a oh yeah, Yeah, there's a number of books, Blossoms, that have the image to color and then the guiding image to the left. Oh, that's cool, Blossom. Here's another, actually, Thomas Kincaid book. This was a gift from Angie. It's called Painter of Light. I did a flip through the other night. And this is another one of those side-by-side image thingies. It's pretty cool. Now, obviously, some of these are a little more involved than others. All you need to do is just pick one that is on the simpler side to start. And then that way you'll get used to doing stuff like this. Okay. Very light gray now. And then I'm going to call it an evening. Oh, and I just colored the wrong thing. Oopsie. Blooper. That's his hair. All right, let's try this again. Now, notice that I'm going a little bit beyond. Oh, Blossom, I'm so glad. I'm going a little bit beyond the edges to blend this in. This is like a misty background where basically, you remember when I colored the falls earlier and we got some spray? That was all this stuff over here. That's what's going on over here. Well, hello, Cheryl D. Welcome to my broadcast. Cheryl, I use different brands. I've got like 11 or 12 brands. This one happens to be a color, which I absolutely love. Oh, that's funny. It's called Sky Gray. Okay, Janie, good night. I'm on for another 5 minutes. Oh, is that pretty? Now, don't forget to overlap your edges. Cheryl, how long have you been coloring? Oh man, that just made this whole upper left come into focus. Okay. Oh, you don't? You're just watching. Cool. That works. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so this is Disney Dreams Collection Princess. And then the first image that we worked on tonight is our elderly lady. Well, Cheryl, you come to the right place. Where are you from? And what time is it where you are? Oh man, I just love this picture. San Diego, okay. So you're what, 2 hours behind me? Yeah, 8 o'clock. Gotcha. All right, so Cheryl, yes, I did color her. Yes, ma'am. By the way, while I'm thinking of it, I wanted to add just a little bit of white to that lip. Cheryl, you can do this. I walk everybody step by step. I don't care if you're a beginner. We can get you coloring like this. Okay, so Cheryl, I go off at 10 p.m. Central, which is what it's now, 8 o'clock your time. So I would be starting at 5 o'clock your time in San Diego. And if that's too early for you, all of this goes to video, both on YouTube and in my group. Join my group on Facebook, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. This is an image out of my books, one of my books, and I give them out for free so we can do what we call a buddy color. Okay, guys, I'm calling it an evening. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. You are welcome, Cheryl. And you can talk to me anytime during the broadcast. That's why I'm live, if you're able to make the live portion. Guys, hit that like arrow, please. We're up to 15. Please share this broadcast. I just see another little area that I just wanted to lighten a little bit. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. There we go. And we'll see what else we can get into. Okay, guys. Love ya. Have a great rest of the evening, and I'm going to go stuff my face now, get a little bit of dinner. Alrighty. Till tomorrow night then. Cheryl, come back tomorrow and we can talk some more. But meanwhile, this full video is available for you on YouTube, and it will be available in my group. All right, guys, take care. Bye.